Hi, my name is Jeremy Ashworth. I'm the pastor here at Circle of Peace Church. We're a Christian church located in Peoria, Arizona, suburban Phoenix, where it's very hot. I am making these little videos primarily with my own church in mind, but they're public and open to anybody. This is not a sermon or a Bible study. It's really just the kind of conversation you and I might have if we were to sit down on a couch together and talk. So this video has 3 parts, and this is part 1. Something that has been really helpful to me, especially now, is a concept called coupling. Now that word coupling has a couple of different definitions, and so I want to tell you what I mean when I use that word, and I want to explain it by telling a few stories. When I was a kid, I hated ginger ale. Or at least I thought I hated ginger ale. The reason I would say I hated ginger ale was because the first time I ever tried it, backyard picnic, it was the summer, and I tried ginger ale for the first time, and it was warm and fizzy, and it made me choke. So from that moment, in my mind, ginger ale equals choking. It's true. And for quite a while from that point, I would say not only that I didn't like ginger ale, I would say I can't drink ginger ale. Ginger ale makes me choke. Now, because of a bad experience, I created a bad association with ginger ale. There's nothing intrinsic to ginger ale that harms me. I'm not allergic to ginger ale. But I had just linked those two things in my mind. I had coupled those two things in my mind. Ginger ale equals choking, right? That's what coupling is. Later on, I tried it and loved it, and I have ginger ale at my house right now. That's actually called decoupling. When you put two things together that don't necessarily belong together, and then you separate them and go, oh, they're two separate things. But for years, I had coupled ginger ale and choking. So we all do this. We do it all the time, and it's not always bad, right? Sometimes we do it with good experiences. I know a guy who loves fried fish. He's actually pretty athletic, pretty healthy, but when he starts eating fried fish, I mean, he just goes on and on. He gorges himself. Now, he knows why. The reason is because when he was a little boy, he did not get a lot of time with his father. And almost the only time he got with his dad was when they went fishing together. They would go out, just the two of them, have a great time, catch fish, fry the fish immediately afterwards, and eat them immediately afterwards. So when I eat fried fish, I taste fried fish. When he eats fried fish, he tastes his father's love. Because of that experience, he has coupled fried fish with his father's love. Coupling is automatic, it's not conscious, and very often it lasts for like years. Years ago, my wife Mary and I lived in a home that had a low-hanging chandelier above the dining room table. And wouldn't you know it, I mean, it was just in that stupid, perfect position where every time I stood up from the dining room table, every time I would whack my head on the back of that chandelier. It was hard. So it didn't take me long. I learned to duck. I did the same thing every time. Whenever I got up from my dinner, I would scoot my chair back, look up, and stand, never whacked my head. That was 20 years ago. We have lived in 4 houses since then. But to this day, when I get up from the dining room table, I still duck. To this day, I have somehow associated getting up from the dining room table with whacking my head, right? There's no chandelier. I'm still ducking. That is coupling. We do this all the time. All of us have all made all kinds of automatic association. And often we don't even think about it. It's like fish good, ginger ale bad. I mean, we don't even realize it. But all of us have in some way taken our experience of the past and made it our template for the present. And again, that's not all bad, but it's not all good either, because sometimes there is no chandelier and we're still ducking. Now, I have 2 more videos coming. But before you jump ahead, I'm serious. I want you to take a minute with this. If you have never thought about this before, I want you to think about it now. Where have you created these automatic associations in your heart and mind? Good, bad, or indifferent? What sort of things have you coupled or put together in your life? Give it some thought. We'll pick back up in part 2.